How y'all doing? So recently, the group Piwon Harmony had a comeback, an amazing one, if I do say so myself. But with having a comeback, someone that I covered about 2 years ago now has come back to haunt not only Piwon Harmony, but also Pieces. So I wanted to revisit this person and what they've done since I covered them, their actions, and some of the embarrassing things that they've been doing recently. Get some botanitas ready because this one's juicy, but also very painful, so get something to comfort you through these really cringy parts. Before getting into it, like always, please don't send hate to anyone mentioned in this video. While I don't condone their actions and have and will always criticize their actions and behavior, that doesn't mean that we should harass them on their social media or in person. All of this information and posts were made public by S2SeobS2 or someone else, and I am just putting it together and adding my commentary and opinions. All of this is alleged, and this is just some chisme for anyone who's bored or interested. Thank you. Like I said, just over 2 years ago, I covered S2SeobS2, aka For My Boy 1117, who I referred to as S2 throughout that video, and I will do so today in this video. In a video titled The Dangerous Piwon Harmony Sasaeng Group. They were one of around 5 Sasaengs and alleged Sasaengs that I covered of the 6-member boy group Piwon Harmony. And they were at the center of a lot of drama within that group of people, scamming fans and fellow Sasaengs, and just being a complete nuisance to other fans, but also to Piwon Harmony. I know that that video was a little controversial, which I want to talk about later, but I really want to get into what our good friend S2 has been up to, since there's some videos involving her that have been making the rounds on the P side of TikTok and Twitter. I do recommend watching the aforementioned video to get to know S2, their little friend group, and some background information, but it's not necessary since it's over an hour long, so all you really have to know is that S2 allegedly intentionally follows around Piwon Harmony when they are having a comeback and when they go on tours, going to multiple stops, purposefully trying to get on the same flight and stay at the same hotel as them. And it has been alleged that they have scammed multiple Pieces, the fans of Piwon Harmony, along with some other Sasaengs, which is why S2 and some other Sasaengs were exposing each other on the Twitter timeline, calling each other Sasaengs and posting all kinds of crazy receipts where it showed that they all wanted to follow around Piwon. She was also pretty well known for being a fan site for Jongseob, the maknae of Piwon Harmony, and I think one of her most infamous moments, and something that I showed in my video that I still get comments about to this day, is the amount of Polaroids that she had with the Piwon members, mainly Jongseob. Mind you, all of these pictures were from one tour. Un pinche gira con como 30 or more Polaroids. And some of them are signed, which I'll mention this again, she had to ask Jongseob at a separate time to sign those, because with Studio POV, once you're done with the Polaroid, you can say a couple words max to the member and then you gotta go, because they will start yelling, and some people have been allegedly physically pulled away after taking the picture. Video on them coming at some point. Anyway, from what I could see, she was doing the same old crazy Sasaeng things, following them around, being weird with other fans, and honestly being very selfish, like very full of herself. During the different eras and comebacks that Piwon Harmony has had throughout these past 2 years or so, every comeback there is a video from S2 that goes kind of viral. It's not just her posts, it's her videos where people criticize her, make edits of her videos, and generally just clown on her. I don't know how y'all would determine if a video is viral or not, but if damn near half of my respective fandom saw it, and these videos are getting tens if not hundreds of thousands of likes on TikTok, y yo soy la burla de todos, I'm going away and y'all aren't hearing from me again. But here she is, and she keeps going and going and going, even though so many people from the fandom are tired of her, have called her out, and just want her to leave the guys alone to stop being this weird creepy stalker. She doesn't. And it's gone to the point where it seems like Jongseob himself is tired of seeing her wherever he turns. And now, I was a little worried about covering this because Jongseob looks so done with her, and I don't want to say something and almost kind of blow up his spot, you know? Like, I know that so many people have pointed this out and the videos have gone around so much and I'm a nobody, but it feels a little off. Having been a K-pop fan for a long time, I don't have a whole lot of faith in FNC entertainment, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but we're both here, so obvio, I decided to be a big ol' chismosa. So I wanted to go over some of the videos that I saw going around from S2. This first video, I don't know what era this is from, I'm really sorry, but it took place around a year ago, and yikes. Jongseob gives her a nasty side eye when he sees her, and I don't know why she decided to post this video, but here we are. All of these videos are so embarrassing and extremely creepy, and unfortunately it only gets worse from here. These are more recent from their unique era. You can tell because of Jongseob's cunty hair, but these videos also blew up with so many people dragging her. This one is the most famous one. He literally rolled his eyes just at the sight of her. This is probably the most fed up that I've seen him after seeing her. There is also this one where Jongseob is trying to get into the company car, and there she is. And you know, they always there, there's staff there, and it's just so weird. She is up there doing all of this for what? I would get so sick and tired of someone like her so quickly. Someone going to most of the tour dates, actively trying to get on the same flights, going up to the car when he's trying to leave and go home for the day, damn near being there wherever he turns. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he must be so tired of seeing her eyes. And those aren't the only videos. There's video after video after video after video of her embarrassing herself. Yo, I'm editing right now, but just look at the way that Jongseob is looking at S2 and the way that Jiyoung and Tae are looking at other fans that are right there. Look at the difference. It's fucking crazy. Y ella aquí subiendo estos videos. That's crazy. Anyway, and Jongseob looking just so tired of her. These videos are so bad for many reasons, obviously, but I think that it's even worse because she's been a fan of Jongseob since he was a child. He debuted and was in a group before he turned 18, but when I say child, I mean child, as in when he was a part of the show Kpop Star 6 in 2017. It's one thing if you've been following his career for that long, that can honestly be really cute, but if you are following him in a stalker way after being aware of him for that long, and I don't know when she started following them around in that way, but it's been going on for years, and he is currently 20. He has been in the public light for years now. He won Kpop Star 6 with Park Hyunjin in 2017, and that started airing in 2016. Then he was on Treasure Box before getting eliminated. Thank God he didn't make it. Imagine he was in Treasure. Jesus. But that was from 2018 to 2019. So from Kpop Star 6 to now, it's coming up on 10 years since he's been known to the public. So since he was 11. Imagine seeing him being 11 and then later thinking, wow, I really like this guy. And he debuted in an amazing group. I'm gonna follow them around everywhere they go. Like, what the fuck? Why does she continuously make such weird and stalking decisions? Conscious decisions. The last time I covered her, she was allegedly cutting people off in lines, taking people's spot without asking, and scamming people. But it seems like she might have changed out her group of friends from other Sasaengs to other questionable people. During this unique era, she ended up posting pictures of herself with her friends, with the translations saying something along the lines of, "During Kingdom in 2022, I was all by myself. Now with Piwon Harmony plus my friends, every day is such a joyful moment. Piwon Harmony isn't even enviable anymore. This is our crew." And it has a picture of her and her friends. But the reason that I say that her new friends are weirdly is that you've got to be a little off to be hanging out with S2, going to concerts with her and seeing how she gets. Weirdly. But also in the third picture, look at how many tickets they have for this Japanese event. My chismosa ass counted 28, but if I were a betting man, I would guess that they were for photos with the members, and most of those tickets were for Jongseob. So she has these new friends, but again, like the last group, they're all enabling each other at the expense of the P1 members, and all while lining the pockets of FNC. I understand really liking a group, and for a group, band, musical artist, whatever it may be, quote unquote, being there for somebody when they are going through a rough patch. Been there, done that, you know. But it's crazy to follow them around and to continue to embarrass herself like that and seemingly not care about how she is coming off to other fans or the members, because her goal, allegedly, apparently, in my personal opinion, is just to see them as many times and as close as she can. When are they going to turn on each other like the last group did, and when will S2 start scamming them for tens if not hundreds of thousands of wons? Quien sabe. But if it does happen, my fat ass will come running back with the chisme. I just want to clarify that that's not me saying that she is definitely going to do it, but you know, some people can change, others maybe not, and you know, I'll just keep an eye out just in case. Before ending the video, I want to say a few things. One, while I don't condone anyone going to her Twitter account, I know that that when you're a piece on Twitter, sometimes her videos, accounts, or pictures will pop up because she is very active and people use her media to spite her without crediting her. And some people use her media not knowing that she is a Sasaeng or using it because they don't care that she is a Sasaeng. I do know that S2 has reached out to people. She goes on a blocking spree of people who have called her out on her behavior. But I say all that to say that if you were to see her account, which again, I don't think anyone should interact with her, but you will see that she has a lot of videos where Jongseob and the other P1 members are very nice to her, talk to her, thank her for her support, and a whole lot more. None of that negates what she has done, what she can do, or the fact that Jongseob could be uncomfortable by her and her actions. Just because Jongseob has talked nicely to her doesn't mean anything. Those are nice, sweet moments, obviamente, but I've seen that with S2 and with other Sasaengs, some people think that just because these idols have been nice or interacted with their Sasaengs negates anything that they've done. And, well, no, that makes no sense to me at all. This not only goes for Sasaengs and stalkers, but for people in general. Just because someone was nice to you at one point or for a time doesn't mean that you can't make them uncomfortable or that you are entitled to their kindness. Also, let's be for real. This is his job. Being nice at fan calls, fan signs, fan-centered events, whatever it may be, that's his job. Of course, he's not going to call her out, call her creepy, tell her that he's uncomfortable or something else if that's what he's feeling. You know what I mean? It's so rare for idols to call out their fans, stalkers, tell them that they're out of line, being disrespectful, making them uncomfortable, or something else that is negative. And I'm not saying that they can't or won't say something or call someone out, but it's so rare and there's a chance that they could be reprimanded, and it's happened before with other idols and other agencies. At the end of the day, being a K-pop idol is a job. They are trying to make their dreams of being a musician or idol come true, trying to get famous, or for some other reason they're an idol. That doesn't mean that their fans or people who claim to be their fans are entitled to their private life, their private time. So many idols can't say no to their fans' request or to what their entertainment company says. And obviously, now this doesn't really have anything to do with Jongseob and Piwon Harmony, and a lot more to do with the K-pop industry and entertainment companies as a whole. But I would absolutely hate if anyone from Piwon Harmony would have to deal with those types of things happening in their fandom. To be known as having a toxic, bad, parasocial fandom, because pieces are very funny and so sweet and supportive, and I would hate for some people to not want to join the fandom due to a few bad apples. But what do I know? I'm just a tonta with a mic. So I'm adding this the day before or the day this is going up, this video, because I went down a bit of a rabbit hole because S2 is missing. So the last day she posted was on April 13th of this year, and she posted a whole bunch, like 50 or more tweets or something like that, something crazy, and she's been MIA since. Her last tweet has like something like 40 something retweets, and a lot of them are private. A majority of them I can't see who retweeted them, what they said, anything like that. But somebody under that on May 10th replied and said something along the lines of, "What did you do to Juho?" I don't know who Juho is, but on that day, May 10th, another Piwon Harmony fan account tweeted out asking if anyone had had contact with S2 in the last 3 weeks, and if they had, to please reach out to them. And they retweeted something that had to do with Piwon Harmony the day after. So on May 11th, they said something along the lines of, "What the hell is going on?" And then they haven't posted or retweeted or nothing since, which is really crazy because they're a Theo account, and Theo, his birthday was just a day or two ago. So now that person's gone and S2 is gone. So for a second there, I thought okay, I'm not gonna hold y'all. For a second there, I was really scared that she died. As much as I don't like her, I don't want her dead. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want it to be a situation kind of akin to Catch a Predator, where obviously two completely different types of bad. I didn't want to put out a video if I think that she fucking died. You know what I mean? So I was really scared for her, because as much as I don't like her, like, that's a human life. I don't wish that on her. God bless. I hope that she changes, but I don't wish that on her. Jail maybe, but like not death. So somebody else posted something on June 10th, saying that if anyone had been scammed by S2 to please reach out to them because they were trying to build, I guess, like a case against S2, and they added S2 and somebody else who was like a fan account of Boy Next Door. I don't know if this person is S2's other account. It doesn't look like it. This Boy Next Door account looks like it's run by somebody in their late teens, early 20s, maybe even younger than that, and S2 is like 30-40. So I don't think that it's her account. It may be her acting like somebody else. I know that she has been known to use multiple fake identities, allegedly, but as much as I try to dig into this whole Juho thing, you know, I don't speak Korean, and on Twitter everybody wants to be all vague and subtweet and all this other things, and like only if you know a situation, and if you want to know you have to DM somebody, and there's this whole verification thing for Twitter now, so it's like this whole fucking revoltijo. Yo ni siquiera me quiero meter con eso, but from my understanding, from what I see, S2 looks like she's fine. I don't know any Instagram or anything like that, but she's still paying for Twitter. She's still allegedly getting paid from Twitter. She still has her verification, everything like that. So even though she hasn't been posting for almost 3 months now, which is crazy for her, it looks like, this is a theory, so put your tinfoil hats on, but I think that she just pissed off the wrong people or the wrong person, and it has something to do with somebody named Juho. I don't know, but if anyone has any other information, please let me know, because I'm trying to go down this rabbit hole and they don't want me in there. So I hope health-wise she's fine, but if she's just getting the consequences of her actions, like, ni modo. That's all I have to say. That's where she is now. She's nowhere to be found, and she looks like she's in a bit of hot water, which I don't know what's the difference between how pieces were coming at her and what's going on right now, but like, I'm confused. And if anybody knows anything, please let me know. Also, why did that other account disappear too? Something's going on. They're gonna get me next. No, I'm kidding. Okay, that's it. Bye. Speaking of being a tonta with a mic, I do want to talk a bit about my first video on S2 and their other Sasaeng friends. That video got me into a little bit of hot water with some people, and I know that I made a video after that talking about people choosing their friends or significant others over their own morals, talking about this one person, PP, who I referred to as an alleged Sasaeng during that video. Anyway, I got some heat for that, and the fact that I went over and broke down some of what S2 spent to go to the concerts, get the tickets that came with all of the perks, and buying all of the Polaroids. And I saw that some people didn't like that, and that's fine. It's interesting to me, and some people found it interesting, and that's part of what a Sasaeng is to some capacity. Mucho billuyo. You don't absolutely have to be drowning in money to be a stalker, but some of the more well-known Sasaengs and the ones that are going to more events and getting on the same flights and hotels do have a lot of money. Another thing that I want to talk about is a comment that I made at the beginning of that video that has haunted me since. The gist of what I said was that if what was happening to Jongseob with the way that S2 has been stalking him for years since he was a minor happened to a female idol, it would have gotten more attention than it has for him. Now that was just not appropriate to say. It just wasn't. It was an off-script comment that I was making, and I really shouldn't have made it, and I really shouldn't have kept it in. I do think that male victims get treated differently, and that really does need to change. The idea that just because a victim is a guy means that they either should like the attention that they are getting or that they are weak for falling victim to another person, mainly women. That doesn't mean that I should put down female victims to potentially bring attention to male victims. They can exist in the same realm and be treated in a sensitive way, not be compared. And I just want to say that it was really dumb. It was a really dumb comment that I made, and I'm really sorry. If I'm remembering correctly, someone commented saying that it was weird, and I did say something back then, but I do want to fully talk about it now that I'm going back and talking about someone from that video. I wanted to edit it out, but it's been 2 years and I already said it, and I didn't want it to seem like I was just trying to make it go away. Looking back on videos is cringy in general, but that comment that I made does bring me the most shame, and it should. Again, I'm just really sorry that I made that comment, and that comment was hurtful towards male and female victims, and I'm really sorry. So to kind of wrap things up, I do want to say that it's going to kind of be a weird transition, but trust me, it makes sense. I did end up getting demonetized on my YouTube because of reuse of content. While I don't agree, I respect their decision. At the end of the day, this is a company and they're going to do what they want to do. But I say all of this because I'm probably going to be re-uploading a lot of my old videos just with new footage and a lot of things clarified, things taken out and things like that. So I wanted to ask you guys guys, now that this decision has been finalized, if you guys would be okay if I removed that comment. I know I just apologized for it, and that doesn't remove any culpability or guilt that I feel about this comment, but I just do want to know, just as an opinion from you guys, if you would want me to keep that in. If you do, that's perfectly fine and I'll keep it in. If you don't, that's perfectly fine and I'll take it out. I still want to acknowledge it when making that video, you know, apologizing for that again, because that does need to be acknowledged, but I just wanted to kind of reach out and ask. So thank you for those who are going to answer. But yeah, that's the video. I hope that you guys liked it. I'm sorry that it took a while to come out. I finished recording this video the day that I found out that they were considering demonetizing me, and I started editing it the day that the demonetization was finalized. So I'm technically suspended until sometime in late August, but yeah, I'm not getting paid. You know, I've said it a few times, but I don't know how many people have heard it, so I'll just repeat it again. But like, I'm not in this YouTube stuff for money. It's just I don't really have people to talk to about K-pop stuff other than like my sister, but half the time she doesn't really care about what I have to say, so I just make other people suffer through what I have to say. I'm still gonna upload. I still have a lot of plans. You know, I won't reveal my hand, but I do have a lot of plans, and whether or not I'm monetized, I'm still gonna upload because this is a hobby of mine that I really love, and I'm trying to nourish, I think that's the saying, like nourish all of my hobbies. So obviously through this I'm going to be making jewelry, and that's one of my favorite hobbies, but also YouTube. So I'm really happy. But I want to know what you guys think about the new setup, the new background stuff. Those are my hands. That's me making my jewelry. This is how the bracelet ended up. I ended up not doing kind of like a broche or anything. I just sealed it off and wove the threads at the end into the bracelet. And then I've learned that these, you can use fire because the string is made out of plastic. It's nylon. So I ended up burning a few of the ends, and it was really cool. It smells just like the other nylon threads that I have, and I don't know why it didn't cross my mind to do that, but I really love it. It's to protect me from ojo, because I feel like somebody out here is giving me ojo. It might be somebody in my fucking house. I'll let y'all know. But here's how it looks with my other bracelets. I really love it. Let me know if there's anything that you guys want me to make. I know a few patterns and stuff like that to make, but it's very basic things just because like I'm not that confident in my skills and stuff like that. But I do like the things that I make, and they're just for me, and I really like that. I have I have made stuff for K-pop idols before when it was like a high touch fan sign, things like that, and for like concerts and stuff I've made stuff for myself. So if you want to see some of those, I do have pictures, but I think I'd rather, not to sound like Jongseob, but like I think I'd rather than show you guys, but I will do it if enough people ask. Also, at the end of my other Piwon Harmony video, I asked you guys, who do you think my bias is? And a lot of y'all did not guess it right. I am a cankersaur. My bias is intact. I do want to say that I really like their comeback, but I haven't listened to the full album. I've listened to every other song other than 2, and those are Loyal or Love of Your Life thing and Pandemonium. But I don't listen to those 2 because they are co-written by Ryan S. June, and I hate that man, and I don't want to listen to anything that he has produced or made, and that's including one of my bias groups, VAV, unfortunately. But you know, I do listen to them, just not, you know, I plead the fifth on how I listen to them. If you want to know why I hate this man, check out my last video. I'll have it linked up. But I'd like to think it was a decision on FNC's part and not so much on the members' part. I give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt. If I find out that they really like Ryan S. June, I might not be a piece no more. I might not. But I really hope that you guys like this video. Let me know any other videos that you wanted me to make. I do have a few things planned, so if you make any requests, I might take a minute to get to it. Let me know if you guys like the jewelry stuff. If you don't, let me know what song you liked off the album. And if it's one of the Ryan S. June songs, don't tell me. Don't tell me, because I will not listen. I don't know, I kind of like Wednesday Girl. Obviously I like Icy and Unique. I really like that they put Spanish lyrics in Unique. Obviously I'm not gonna call them Latino Kings right now because they are in timeout because of working with Ryan S. June. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to like the video, please like it. If you want to subscribe, the subscribe button's right there. You can go click on it. I still don't know what the hype button means, but I know that there's like a leaderboard and stuff like that. If you want to hype up the video, please hype it up. That's all. Fuck Ryan S. June, fuck S2, fuck them other women, fuck ICE, fuck Israel. Pray for Venezuela. If any of you guys son de Venezuela, tienen familia en Venezuela, my heart goes out to you. Oh my god. Viva Venezuela, free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan, and I'll see you guys later. Besos. Also, happy Pride! Be who you are!